This round's AFL Record print edition is available on game day at newsagents, Coles and Coles Express. Also online via afl.com.au, the AFL app, sen.com.au and the SEN app. Proudly part of our Top Sport, official wagering partner of the AFL Record. Gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-858-858.
This is Sports Day with Badge and Sats. For Kia, the Kia Sorrento. Drive Car of the Year.
Yes, it sure is. Badge and Sats with you. Really fortunate now to have a special guest on the line, given that what's going on at the moment with the Olympics over in Tokyo, and one of Australia's great swimmers and Olympian, Lisa Curry, has been kind enough to join us. Lisa, how were you feeling this morning when Ariarne Titmus had that win? That was just incredible. I hope you saw it all.
Yeah, I saw it. We were in a cafe actually in Childers at the time, and we were watching it at the table. We did sort of let out a little bit of a squeal, and then had to stop the tears. It was just, watching those races when, Katie Ledecky has been so dominant for so many years, and then seeing, our young Australian girl come up and really swim the most perfectly tactical race, and then just coming in over the top of her in the last 100. It was just magical to watch, and it's one of those moments that'll go down in history, I think.
Did everyone else in the cafe know who you were, or were they all watching as well?
Oh, someone usually knows who I am, but we were quietly squealing in the corner. Yeah. So it's really great to be able to watch sort of in our hometown. Wherever we are in Australia, we can watch, the heats and the finals because they're in our time. So, you can be anywhere these days and watch it online. So it's really great.
Hey, Lisa, with Ariarne Titmus, not only has she got the 400 against Katie Ledecky, and as you said, she is probably the greatest female athlete we've seen in the pool. She's still got a couple of other battles, hasn't she? She's got the 200 and the 800 to come.
Yeah, but, once you've won a gold, anything else is a bonus, I think. So that'll give her a lot of confidence for her other races, of course. But, I've got to say this, though. The girl that came fourth in that race, a little 14-year-old from Canada, did a 4:02. And, you better watch out for her in the next couple of years. She's going to be one to watch. But the other thing that's worth noting here is I'll let you guys do the maths, in 1978, so how many years ago was that?
43.
43 years ago, Tracy Wickham swam a 4:03 for the 400 freestyle, which would have got her fifth in today's final.
Wow.
So it just goes to show how good she was. And I was there that night when she raced. We were at the World Championships in Berlin, and that goes down in one of the best races in history, I think. For her to do that time 43 years ago is absolutely incredible. But, lots of great races coming up. Kate Campbell, another funny fact, we were looking at Kate's swim, was just incredible. And I didn't know how old she was, so I looked it up, and she was born the year that I swam in my last Olympics in 1992. So you kind of start to feel really old when you see these little statistics. But, Emma McKeon split in that relay, 51.3. I mean, that's bordering on men's times. So, they've worked out how to sprint. They've worked out how to coach our women freestylers to sprint fast, and, it's all catching on, but I just wonder how fast they can go. It's incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing, that 4x100. Just sublime, the connection that they had, those four girls. Now, Emma McKeon, you mentioned her. She's got a really heavy schedule. It's Michael Phelps-like, Lisa. Does it concern you, her workload, or has she just been built for this?
Oh, look, she's super talented. She's super fit. But like I said before, at the Olympics, it's not about, I am sure that any athlete would rather win 1 gold than 3 silvers. That's the ultimate aim, of course. Does she have a heavy schedule? Probably, but she's up to it. The only problem is that for a 100 fly, you've got semi-finals now as well. Whereas in the good old days, the olden days when I was there, we didn't have semi-finals. So, she's got a couple of extra swims. But she can be rested for the relays. She doesn't have to swim in the heats of the relays, so that's a bonus as well. But, I have no doubt that she can handle it. Emma is, someone that I watch closely because I swam with her mum and dad in our era. So, it's always nice to see kids of people that come up through the ranks and just do so well at the Olympics. It's when you look at every sport and every event, and you see the excitement on people's faces when they win, like the guy from Norway who won the triathlon this morning. It's so hard to win at the Olympic Games, and we have so many athletes that go and try and win, and it's so hard to win a medal because there's so many fantastic athletes around the world, and I'm in awe sitting watching these athletes because I've been there and I've done it 3 times, and you get excited when you see all these athletes walk past you in at the arena, in the dining hall, and just walking along the streets. It's kind of like, it's quite surreal actually.
And of course these games are different in that they haven't got the crowds, the fans in the stands, but watching the swimming we do get some atmosphere because fortunately the rest of the team from each for each swimmer, or a lot of them, are in the stands as well. So we're actually getting. I think that must be helping the swimmers. It would be a bit of a bonus for the athletes that are in the pool, wouldn't it, Lise?
Yeah, look, I think you could probably hear Ariane Titmus's mum and dad screaming from Noosa. They were pretty loud. It was good to watch, and her coach Dean Boxall, who I swam with as well.
Didn't he go off?
I mean, he was just nutso. I mean, it's once again, it's so great for a coach to coach a swimmer to an Olympic gold medal as well, and the atmosphere is really different when there's 20, 30,000 people screaming than having 20, 30 people cheering along. But in swimming, you've got your head in the water, you're fully focused on what you're doing, and the hardest part, I would say, would be touching the wall and hearing a couple of people clap and scream as opposed to 10,000 people screaming. That would be a little bit different, but it is what it is, these games, and seeing them up on the dais with their masks on is unusual. I'm glad the relay girls took theirs off for that photo because that's the part of winning an Olympic medal that you cherish forever. Not only do you have that winning feeling that you have forever, but you have that photo on the dais, and I think them taking the masks off just to get that photo was beautiful. It was really good.
Yeah. Hey, tell me how much of an impact this is having. I see that our pre-Olympics program, the Australian swimmers, with our Olympic trials and everything, has all changed. And they used to be months and months earlier, and then the swimmers, seemed to be a bit disadvantaged. They'd come right down from that high and have to get back up again, whereas the Americans and other countries had some sort of advantage. Now, we've changed our program, and I believe, and is that having a big effect on the way we're going?
Well, I guess they looked at the Americans and how they've been doing it over the years, and you've got to taper, you've got to get to a certain amount of work and then taper from that and try and peak at certain times of the year. So I guess they knew from experience that you could peak early in March and then peak again in June, but maybe they've just decided that, through experience and other people's performances, that you can come back up pretty quickly. The most positive part about that is that the hardest part is to make the team. You have to make the team first, and then there's all the excitement of, we've only got a month to go. You're packing, you're on the plane, you're getting organised, so there's not really any downtime to, it's when you're training for something, when you train every single day, 6 days a week for years and years on end, there are weeks, months of the year where, you think, gosh, does this ever end? You just want to hurry up and come. So maybe they've got to the point where they think and know that, a short period between trials and Olympics is the way to go.
Now, looking at some of the other Aussies to watch, Lisa, in the pool, Cole Chalmers yet to come. Of course, he was a relative unknown when he won gold in the 100-metre freestyle at Rio in 16. He was still a teenager then, but he looks as though that maturity, he's got that hunger badge. You spoke about how he just looks like an animal when he jumps into the pool. How do you think he's going to go backing up, trying to go back-to-back gold medals?
Yeah, look, he had a really good relay split this morning when the boys won, was it silver, I think?
Yep.
Or bronze?
Bronze.
And he had a really good swim there. And, the 100-metre, the 50 metres, 100 metres, there's nothing in it. You have to be in the final. You have to execute the most perfect race. Everyone is fully the fittest and fastest they've ever been. It comes down to who can get off the block quickest, who has the best breakout out of their dive, who has the most control in their stroke, who can hit the wall on a full stroke. There's so many little things that add up to making the perfect swim, and there could be anywhere between 0 and 1 or 2/10 of a second between first and eighth. So you can never sort of predict the winner of 50s and 100s.
Now, there's something I'd love to get your opinion on this, and it's getting yourself up. Like you're talking about getting yourself up for the big events, Lise. In the heats, I see some of the Australians, they swim their personal best in the heats. Is it difficult to then back up and try and get yourself back up again? Because if you've swum your personal best, which could be the most minute of hundredth of a second, to be able to get yourself up again how do you get yourself up as a swimmer?
Well, once again, at the Olympics, you can't leave anything behind. You can't ease off in a heat. I missed the final in LA by 4/100ths of a second. So I didn't make the final. And then I swam in what they call the B final, the banana final. And I won that. My time was faster than the bronze medal time. So, that, as much as that was disappointing for me, it just goes to show that you have to go as hard as you can in the heat to make the finals. So I've seen swimmers like John Sieben improve 4 seconds between heats and finals. He did his best time in the heat and then improved another 4 seconds for the final. So it is in people. If you've done it once, you can do it again. And you know what? You might change something. You might find that little bit extra. You might, just because it's a final, you might fold under the pressure, or you might, acknowledge the pressure and go, I have a chance here of a medal. So it all comes down to, mindset. You're as fit as you are, but just because you did your best time in the heat doesn't mean you can't do it again in the final, and by a long time.
Well, Lily King
from the US.
I think when
people make the final,
yes.
Yeah, sorry, John.
No, I was going to, just on an aside, Lily King from the US said she thought they were going to win all 14 women's gold medals in the pool. So we've already got 2 of those. We're looking pretty good, and I know you must be proud of them too, Lise.
Yeah, I think that's a very bold statement to make, actually. You can see, I was watching the men's relay come out on the pool deck, and gee, there's some specimens of males there. They're 6'5", they're amazing physiques. In every single sport, you can never underestimate anybody, because you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know the training that they've done. You don't know anything about what's inside them that can come out on that day. Yeah,
no doubt at all. All right, well, we're going to let you go because we know you're on the long drive home. Hey, what else outside of swimming? Is there anything else you're really looking forward to during these games?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Jess Fox in the
Yes.
whitewater canoeing. She posted the fastest time by 3 seconds this morning, so that was amazing. And also, I'm really looking forward to the sport climbing. Tom O'Halloran, he was one of the ninjas there, and I was writing to the ninja series on TV, and he's our representative there. And I think the events that they have for sport climbing is going to be really, really fun to watch. Really
well, you've been a Celebrity Apprentice. You've been an I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. How come you haven't been on Ninja yet?
Well, I funny you asked that, because I was invited to, and I thought one day, I'm going to do Ninja, and I bound over this hole that was in the ground, and I probably nearly sprained my ankle. So I thought, well, that's it. Stick to swimming, I think.
Yeah, well, good on you, Lise. Hey, we really appreciate your time.
Going to the jungle and Celebrity Apprentice doesn't require much skill, so...
No, you were great on those shows. Good on you. Hey, thanks very much, Lisa, and let's hope we all witness many more golden moments for the Australians during the Olympic Games.
I'm sure we will. So, oi, oi, oi.
Great stuff.
Good work.
Thanks, Lisa.
See you guys.
There you go. What a champion, Sats. Lisa Curry joining us.
Love her enthusiasm. How good is it?
Yeah, it is. You can see.
I think her son's on Jet. I think he's on SAS, the upcoming episodes of SAS.
Okay. They're stars, aren't they, that family?
Yep.
There's nothing they can't do.
Makes me
Better get
sick.
to a break. When we come back, our news headlines and our hot topic. This is Sports Day.